Today I'm going to share with you what I consider to be the most important skill that you can develop for business and in life. It's being a conscious communicator. Hi, I'm Les Schmidt. Thank you for listening to my message. I promise to make this next few minutes worth your while. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail here. I will offer a lot more in blogs and in an audio that I'll be putting out shortly. But I want to cover, first of all, how would it feel to be very popular and a person of influence? It's very powerful. And it's not a skill that we're necessarily born with. Some of us have more natural attributes for it than others, and some of us have to work at it like I did. I was very, very shy, and I'm not necessarily a patient person by nature. People think I'm patient, but I choose to be that way, and it works. In my business as an auto repair professional, I have people coming to me because they wrecked their car, because they have damage to their car. They don't want to see me. Nothing personal, I get that. But I have an opportunity to interact with them, and I hear a lot of stories. It's very easy to get burned out on listening to these stories because people want to tell every minute detail of what happened, what they think happened, and sometimes it can be pretty negative, not always. So I'm going to gain their trust. I want to let them know I'm really listening, I really care, and this has to be authentic. You have to be genuine. I worked on this. I got burned out years ago working in my own business as a manager and an owner, and I got to a point where I didn't want to have anything to do with customers, with people in general. I wanted to move away to a cabin in the hills. But my life choices had put me in a situation where I had to go back into business. I went back as a manager in dealerships, in body shops, and wow, is that ever an intense place to be where you're dealing with people day in and day out. So what I did is I decided to focus on developing those skills to a high level, and part of what I did to get me back in the game so that I wouldn't be burned out is to take an interest in people. So when I'm interactive with somebody, I'm asking myself, what's going on with this person? What are they about? What's their objective? What are they really trying to communicate to me? And sometimes it's beneath the words. So developing that interest in other people, whoever I'm interacting with, and you learn to listen. And you're going to listen far more than you're going to speak as a good communicator. That's just the way it is. And for me and for most people, that takes some discipline. So a lot of it is you can do a lot with eye contact. You want to make sure you have eye contact with that person. You nod your head, let them know. Not necessarily you're agreeing with them, but that you understand what they're saying. You want them to, they want to be heard. They want to be understood. And then you can debate, you can discuss if there's a disagreement. After they understand that you've heard them out, you can hear them out. Some people are so long-winded and they go off on a tangent, but you can change the course of the conversation by asking a good question, a relevant question, and that's a skill. And because people feel compelled to answer a question. So there's a good bit more to this, but that is the basics of what it's going to take to be a good, what I call a conscious communicator, to become popular, and to be a person of influence. So I will be putting more of this into my audio and blogs, but thank you for listening. This is Les Schmidt.